Hello, stamping friends. It's Tracy Rather from Plum Crazy Stamping, and it is Wednesday, June 26th, and time for our regular Facebook Live. I am so excited to share with you some really wonderful products that are in the catalog. Make stamping easy and fast so that on these beautiful days we can still make our cards, but get outside and enjoy the sunshine and hopefully get caught up a little bit on the lawn because we've certainly had a lot of rain here in Wisconsin. Anyway, if you are signing on Facebook, please use the comments to let me know your name and where you're watching from. And if you're on YouTube, please also sign in. And to get to use the comments, you need to either sign into your YouTube account or your Google account. And then you can let me know who you are and where you're watching from. So I am going to go ahead, press the button here so that you can see the desktop and we can get started. All right, there we go. So I thought I would just show you where these products are in the catalog. So this is the newest Stampin' Up! Annual catalog. And if you recall, the first part of this catalog is all about step-by-step crafting. And they feature our kits collection and the paper pumpkin so that everything is laid out for you and you can just follow the instructions or make alternates if you would like to. The part that I'm going to be focusing on today is called Quick and Easy Options. So this is page 13 in the catalog. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Geraldine. And let's see, Scrapped 123 in Ohio. Welcome. Okay, so these parts, these products in the catalog, this section is to really pick and choose things that you want to use. And some of it's very straightforward and you can just use it as is. Or you can mix and match the things in this section and really get things done quickly, but with your own personal touch. They also, in the catalog on page 16 and 17, give you suggestions about important things to have to use the products in this section, like your adhesive and your snips and dimensionals, having a little ink, some acrylic blocks, sentiment, stamp sets, a punch or two, some envelopes, note cards, your chamois, and of course, your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I'm here to help you in any way that I can. Okay, so one of the first sections here, Stampin' Up! For a while has been offering different card and envelope sets. Now, these are really pretty, and you can order those and then just stamp away. I don't have any of those products to show you today, but what I do have is they're starting something new called an Ephemeria pack. And so these are 5x7 little sets. Let me kind of set them here. And let's see which ones I am showing you. I have the fully flowering set. So these are all die cuts. And they're on, you get 2 sheets of the same design. And then you'll get 2 sheets of another design. Okay, there's 2 of those. And then another design here with 2. And then another one. So there are 8 different sheets in here, all different designs. And look at this. You just pop it out. And you could put it on a plain card base, a white card base, or get some designer series paper that you like. But isn't that beautiful? And this would take, you know, quite a piece of the card front once you folded this in half and then put a nice sentiment and you're good to go. So these are really quick and they're just beautiful. A lot of different colors are used, so depending upon what ink you have, or Stampin' Right marker, Stampin' Blends. You'd be able to use those. And then the other one I have is called Labels and Layers. And now this one is making sentiment labels that you can use. And same thing, 2 sheets of each kind here. So this one I did punch these out, but in the end I decided not to use them. And then we've got 2 more that have more different styled labels. There's 2 of this one, and then 2 of this one. So a whole variety of things that you can pick from and use the sizes of these labels that you would need based on, you know, what size stamp you wanted to use. And I believe, yeah, I have 2 of those because I think I could really make a lot of cards quickly with that. Okay, and then they have some of these sentiments that are stamp sets focusing on sentiments right in this section to help you if you don't have any of those. Then they give you a whole lot of ideas about using those parts and pieces from the Ephemeria packages. And then the other thing that is really gorgeous is this 4 different designs in different sets, whether it be subtles, brights, regals, neutrals, and then this is the in color packet for right now, but different packs. Now I believe this is, let me just double check, 40 sheets of the designer series paper. And as I said, there are 4 designs with this. And I have found myself already using this. If you've been tuning in regularly, you do see me using this in the different demonstrations I've done. And so this is on the page 22 where we have all of those sketches that I've been doing. So you can get these, the colors in designer series paper that actually match the color families. And then there are more like all occasion stamps, some more sentiment stamps, more ideas about how to put your cards together. And then it goes into the Memories Plus, and I'm going to be covering that more with you in August. But what I want to show you today is this set called Frames and Flowers, and it's actually a 12 by 12 designer series paper, but it also has, like the Ephemeria packages, it has a punch out card front 12 by 12 piece, and then 2 with die cuts. So I'm going to show that to you. And then it really has a beautiful stamp set that would go with this design very nicely as well. Okay, the other thing that I want to tell you is if you're interested in anything that I'm showing you today, this is actually going to be the product spotlight that I offer now for the last week of the month. What that means is if between pages 13 and 29, if you're interested and want to get $50 worth of these products, I'm going to share a free tutorial with you that is got 4 more card ideas about how to mix and match the items in that Ephemeria packs to make beautiful cards. And you know, you can also use these for any stamp set that you would have or designer series paper. It's how to make 4 specific cards, very detailed instructions and pictures. And then the good news is I still have the Country Birdhouse free 4-card tutorial for anybody that purchases $50. So if you would buy something from pages 13 to 29 up to $50, you'll get 2 free tutorials now in this last week of June. So just FYI. And the last thing, since I'm doing reminders, is there are, I did have a number of participants in the card challenge. So you can go on Plum Crazy Stamping on Facebook, right here where this Facebook Live is, and see the cards others posted for more ideas. And I was going to give out 10 packs of this 10 free card fronts of DSP, but there were 11 people that posted, so I just sent free set of this to all 11. And so thank you to all of you that participated in the card challenge. The packets are on their way or going to be going out the door. There are a few of you. I still need your mailing addresses to be able to send you the packet for participating in the card challenge. So please get your mailing addresses to me. All right. Hi, Lori. Welcome. All right, so we're going to look at the frames and flowers designer series paper here. And first I thought I would share the colors with you. So let me just, it's kind of an easy way to do it with the ink here, and then I'll show you the card bases too. But pumpkin pie and petal pink. So a real pale, it says petal pink, but it looks like an orange. And then let me just tip these upside down because you'll be able to see them very well. So starting at the top there, Lost Lagoon, Pretty Peacock, Granny Apple Green, Old Olive, Garden Green, Shaded Spruce, and Early Espresso. One of the things I really loved about this and this designer series paper is, if nothing else, no matter what shade of green you like, you probably have the ink and or something that will match close enough, because it has so many different colors of green, or even going into the bluish green. So lots of opportunity here for either just using white cardstock or actually using colored cardstock in the cards you can make with this. So I just pulled a number of the cards out. You know, the one stamp pad I couldn't find was my soft seafoam, but I do have the cardstock for soft seafoam here, as well as Granny Apple Green, Pretty Peacock, Lost Lagoon, Pumpkin Pie, and Petal Pink. So we'll kind of figure this out together, which one we should use. Let's just set those to the side. And then I just want to show you this paper. It's so pretty. And then more of a muted, you know, print on the back. And same here. A little bit smaller, and then, you know, really pretty shaded Lost Lagoon. Isn't that gorgeous together? Wow, but I hate using the designer series paper for just the back. Sometimes I do, but I love it, you know, having the front designs. And then this one has really pretty, like, herringbone pattern. So those are the colors that we have full out here. So let me just set those to the side. Now let's look at the 12 by 12 sheets of things to punch out. And I purposefully did not do this so we could do it together, and you can see how very easy this is. And I wanted to check. I didn't measure before doing this with you, but let me grab my ruler here, because the way they're punching out. Okay, so this is 3 3/4 by 5 inches. So this is just a little bit smaller than the card fronts I use on a number of occasions. So your choice is going to be, if you want to layer an additional color, these are cut to facilitate that really easy, okay? So then let's get this next one here. Now this is unique in that this one has the center pops out too for a beautiful card front. Now just being able to punch these out and have them good to go and know, you know, kind of how they are sized will help me to make, you know, decisions about what I want to do next. Okay, and then this one also has a center punch out. Now you could use this if you wanted to. I'll just kind of, let's see, set it off to the side. And then this, you know, a unique way to look at the card front. All right, we've got that last one here. And this is going to be another one that you could choose to not punch out the center, But if you punch out the center, you've got another one that could be a window card. Now you could actually put, oh, what am I trying to think of? The, clear plastic sheets, acrylic sheets on here and make shaker cards. That would be really beautiful. So they make that kind of easy for you. All right. And then down the center here, they actually have a long piece of paper that you're able to, I don't know, what is this? This is probably about 12 inches by 1¼ inches. So you'd be able to add that as a design on anything. And we've got that all punched out. And then we have, now these two sheets are different. So let's just, lots of things to put as embellishments on the front of your card, around your, whatever you would decide is going to be your sentiment label. So lots of pretty florals, like I said, lots of colors to choose from. I like that idea because I could make a lot of cards and they won't look the same. Or I could make a couple that look quite a bit alike. And then look at this. This actually, get another flower here and then a wreath. Let me see where I'm putting these and if you can still see them. And I love that these are all color coordinated with our Stampin' Up! Cardstock and our inks. So whatever you do with this is going to be absolutely gorgeous. And, the work's been done and coordinating the colors. Why I pulled out a bunch of cardstock that all was listed on the back of the package. That really helps me when I am trying to color coordinate. I don't have to sit here and think about it as long when they've got it all written down for me. I really do appreciate that. It kind of helps me just determine my color palette right out of the gate. And also, sometimes I know who I'm making my cards for, and I know who likes what is their favorite color. So it allows me to kind of plan that into my designs as well. There are a lot of die cuts on here. Wow. A couple of them that are the same, but otherwise quite the variety here. Wow, kind of bouquets of flowers you could put on here. Let's see, what did I miss? All right, that one is empty. And this one has some corners for our card. That's kind of a cool idea. Leaves. Oh, wow, what a beautiful sentiment label here. Another corner. So some of these, this would actually be a beautiful spread if you wanted to scrapbook too. You would have a lot of things to put across, a 2-page spread of 12 by 12. And, just do one of the solid backgrounds even. It would be beautiful. Okay, whoops. All right. Let's see. Just make sure we get all our choices here. Do you think this is something you'd be able to work with when you see this set? Did you see it before? When you were looking through the catalog? I got to tell you, I went past it a couple times and then I'm like, I think that's pretty interesting actually. And I think it would be something that hopefully could be helpful to many of you who in the summer, time's limited. You could have kids, grandkids, or just, maybe you're a gardener or you like to travel. So you might not have as much time. This kind of product gives you choices and helps make things easy for you. Most importantly, right? Hi, Betty. Hopefully you're having a great day over in Michigan. Like, we're having beautiful weather finally. And tonight in Madison, what they do by the Capitol Square is there is a symphony orchestra that plays for 2 hours. And you can take a blanket and you can take a picnic. I'm actually going with one of my friends, and we're going to have a wonderful Asian chicken salad and fresh fruit. Doesn't that sound good? And we're going to sit under the trees and listen to that symphony play tonight. And it's going to be in the 70s. Oh my gosh, you guys, we've been over 90 and raining every day. So this is perfect. Okay, so card wise, I want to know, in the first 2 colors that someone says to me here that I have, I'm going to make 2 cards. So let me know, what would be your choice as far as a card base? And you can choose white too, so that you could see that. So thanks, Kathy. I think it will be nice. What color would you like to see me use? So I've got petal pink, pumpkin pie, Lost Lagoon, pretty peacock, granny apple green, and soft sea foam. Okay, Kathy said 2. Is there somebody that's saying one other color? Otherwise, I'm going to go with, okay, so let's do pumpkin pie and soft sea foam. And actually, I'll use the petal pink as well as an accent there. All right, thanks for helping me, you guys. All right, let's see what we want to do. We're going to make one as a card front and one that is more just decorated, and I might use just a piece of white to do this. So let's see if there's one of these. Or this one. Wow, I kind of like this one because in the pairing of the cards, unless I want to put this on the oranges. Sorry, you're hearing my commentary here. I actually might layer this to layer it on here. What do you think of that first one? So I'll get both colors on there with the flowers that are popping. And then let's see, soft sea foam. I actually think this is pretty lovely, or doing this one in the middle. Let's do this one so we can actually see through it. And we're going to embellish on this after we decide what we're going to put in the center. How does that sound? You're liking that on the pink? Okay, so those are going to be the 2 we're going to do. And I'm just going to slide these to the side so we can pick our additional embellishments. Let's see what we can come up with. I purposefully am making this more interactive, so it's not just showing you cards that are completed, because I want you to see how easy it is to use this product and how many choices you have. That's kind of crazy. We got a whole bunch of them. All right. And I am limiting myself to 2 cards because I could sit here and easily make, 4, 5, 6. All right. And then, in light of using these dies, I am not going to use the regular designer series paper, but don't forget that these are all available for using, on these projects too. So this kit really has a lot of choices for you. All right, I'm going to just slide that off to the side for a minute. Let's go ahead and get this one layered up. So I'll get my trimmer out here. Okay, so I'm going to cut this just to be my normal card front size. So what I'm going to do is actually, you know what though? I'm going to make it smaller. I'm going to make it 3, because this was 3 3/4 by 5, I believe. So I'm just going to make this a 1/16 bigger. So it's going to be a skinny frame. So how I'm going to do that is I'm going to go to 3 3/4, and then I'm just going to slide it up to 3 7/8. Okay. And we'll make our cut there, kind of set that off to the side. And then let's see, on this one, it was 5. So I'm going to just slide it up to 5 1/8, getting what will be a 1/16 inch all the way around that for a skinny frame. Okay. Then I need to take my half piece of cardstock here, and this is 8 1/2 by 5 1/2, and I'm just going to score this at 4 1/4, so it's our regular size for our medium envelope. And I'm going to go ahead and score this one at the same time as well. Okay, so we've got that. Let's go ahead and, oops. Nice, we'll get these out of the way too. Get my bone folder here. I have to tell you, I was working on so many different projects to clean up my desktop so I could do Facebook Live for you guys today and YouTube Live. Boy, was it a mess. I think you would have walked in my craft room and had to shake your head. I know my husband walked in here and goes, "What happened?" I go, "You know, creative genius at work, right?" He just kind of shook his head and walked back out. At least it's, well, I guess I was going to say at least it's contained to the craft room, but it really isn't. It's going out into my family room, and I have a area where I have a big table when people come over to, you know, stamp, play games, whatever. And I have another 8-foot table behind my couch. That's all full. So, and a closet. I don't know what I would do without that closet. But anyway, so I guess I can't say that I really got it cleaned up. But it doesn't bother anybody down here. Now, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to punch this up on dimensionals because I think that'll be pretty. But we have to see what we want to do to decorate it first. And then let's go ahead and get this one ready to add our embellishments, right? Our die cuts. And, you know, the question is, do I want to pop this up and have 2 layers? I'm not going to glue it down yet. I'm going to give myself some choices, right? So we've got these 2, and for sure, let's see, where did I put my... Here's the inside of my card if I choose to do some stamping. So I just am going to put them here so I don't forget. Now the soft sea foam you could probably just stamp on the inside, but I really think it looks classy when you put the 4 by 5 1/4 inch card insert. All right, let's see what we want to do with these now. So from a sentiment perspective, I have, let's see, charming sentiments, happy labels, and happy and heartfelt. So just some examples. These have all different sizes in the charming sentiments, and I do believe this one has a die set that you can cut these all out very close if you want to. I don't have that out right now. Happy labels, great, little bit longer, a little bit bigger sentiments. And then look at the unique font with happy and heartfelt. I do believe these are all retired, but any sentiment set is going to work. So I'm not sure what I want to put on here yet. So let's look at the die cuts we have too. And kind of see what goes together. Now this is a pretty large opening. Let's see. I have a niece that's having a baby, and I'm just seeing this stamp. You're going to be amazing parents. I have this little fun thing I want to send her in the mail. And this might be perfect because it's not boy or girl color, although they are having a boy. I think that will fit in there really nicely. In Pretty Peacock. Let's see, and then around that and inside of that, is there another? You're going to be amazing parents. I'm looking to see if I have, you know what? I think in the corner, I'm going to use this one that says, babies are blessings. Let's see, where is that on here, right? Sometimes they match perfectly where they are outside. Sometimes they don't. Let's see, babies are blessings. No. There we go. I'm going to put that on the inside. Babies are blessings. So I have plenty of room to write, and I can put a little sprig. Let's find one that matches. You know, this would be really pretty then on the inside, I think. Do I want to do just one? Maybe. Or yeah, I think I'm going to do just one. All right, so then we have to think about what we want the next one to be. And, you know, this is pretty busy. So I don't think I'm going to, you know, put something like that on there. That's just a little too busy. So what I think I'm going to do is, here's one of those opportunities where I'm just going to take my 2 3/8 inch punch. I've been using that a lot lately, and I have it right on my desktop. And I have actually where I've been cutting out circles. So I think I'm going to cut a circle here. And I'm going to put that on there. And then I can decorate this with some of these little smaller things once I figure out how big of a sentiment I'm going to put in there. So let's see. We've got we've got a nice thank you. Wishing you everything wonderful. Let's see. Oh, that's going to be just a tad too big. You know, when I get out my sentiments and then I get out my paper pumpkin sentiments, I have got so many sentiments, but I love having the choices, right? All right. How about being awesome is just your thing? Oh, yeah, that'll fit. And let's see, do we have something? Being awesome is just your thing. I think I'm going to do thank you, because I'll tell you what, in all this rain, what comes along with that is lots of lawn mowing. And my son, oh, this is flowers though, has been doing a great job, but he's not going to want all those flowers. I'm going to do all day your way and send it to one of my friends. I'll have to find something else for Jacob and all his lawn mowing. He has been a godsend, I'll tell you. All right, and what colors do I want to use on that? Oh my goodness, I think we have to use pumpkin pie. And then we can embellish on top of that. I think I have to find the kind of leaves that match this. You know, so this one, either the little flower going up next to it. We've got flowers that can go on top of it. And I'm looking for the inside. Maybe a full bouquet will be very nice on the inside. Okay. Lots of choices, you know, like I said, I don't want to sit here all day and do that, but it could take me a while, right? Oh my gosh, Betty, a tree in your house? Sorry to hear that. Oh, I'm glad that you're Scrapped 123 from Ohio, that you're liking the ephemeria. Oh, and I'm glad it's cooled down in Florida for you, Kathy. Okay, so let's do this. I'm going to actually stamp in here, and I am going to just leave this sitting here, you know, to give me the marker that I need for placement. Because to make this look interesting, I do think I'm going to be popping it up. And let's just have that here. Let me grab my acrylic block, and I'm going to use my grid paper to line it up so I put it straight when I'm lining it up on my block. And then I'll ink it up here. One part of that ink pad looks like there's no ink, or I wasn't pushing on that side, one or the other. Okay. And this could be used on the Pierce mat, but I think this is going to be fine because it's just words. It's not a solid image. Then I wouldn't have a choice, right? Okay, you're going to be amazing parent. There we go. And then I want the inside, remember? We'll have to see if we want to do anything additional or just leave this more plain. Let's get another acrylic block. So you don't have to use the stamp sets for your sentiments from the same set. You know, sometimes I like when the fonts match, but more often than not, I like having a little variety too. So either way, no right, no wrong. You're the artist. And I'm going to put this right down here in the corner. Little different placement. I think that helps make our cards unique, right? Not what everybody expects. And then, you know, do I want it like this? Actually, it would have been nice to do it up in this corner and put this here. Oh, I kind of like that. Or it can go this way. Yeah, too plain. Let's do it this way. All right. So before I get my finger stuck in here, let me just move my ink. Okay. And we're going to do have dimensionals and have some glue here. So let's do the glue first. I like the combination of stamping and using the die cuts. And now this is going to be okay. This is going to go inside the card. I might just move it down a little bit so that that hangs over, but I think that'll look pretty, that it's hanging over a little bit. So let's go ahead and put that inside. I'm really going to have to go in here. You know what? I think I'm going to match it right up to the bottom so that that fits. I don't like everything always you know, super symmetrical. Some days when I'm in the mood, I guess it is, but other days I like a little artsy something. So they can tell it isn't manufactured, right? There we go. Now our little tip fits in here and it won't get bent. So that's the inside. We've got this part. Now, because I want to go all the way around here and then I'm going to put, you know, an additional dimensional, this is where I'm going to use the bones of my dimensionals. I think I've shared before. So see, I have this whole cup. And this is, once I use the dimensionals, then you have the sides available to you. And I just cut them up into strips. And for just a project like this, where I want to do a long line and make sure that I'm, you know, supporting all the edges well. So let's go ahead and I'm going to flip this over and use the bones I have here. Might have to snip it a little bit. Oh, that's going to fit perfect. So use every piece of your dimensionals. You don't want to ever throw any of it away. Okay. Then let's do one of these on the other side. Okay. Then let's see. This one I'm going to snip off a little bit. This is also if you wanted to use the, you know, the clear sheets. You could certainly use these bones for that kind of thing too, and be able to seal your whatever you're going to have shake inside your shaker card. Okay, and then because when this is sitting on the card, I don't want this part to get, you know, go in and have this be standing up nice. So I'm going to put a couple of these smaller pieces in here just to help that part, you know, stay popped up as well. Just little filler spots there. Let's see. I've got one of these can go there. And here's another little set of bones I have. We'll get those right there. Okay, so good way to use up some scraps, right? Now let's go ahead and I got to pull all the adhesive off the front of these. As you're talking about all the trees, I think you live here in Wisconsin, Betty, don't you? We had 8 tornadoes within an hour or an hour and a half of our house, all in the same night. It was wild. And I know people that lost trees, barns, sheds, thank God. No homes or people hurt, but yeah, that was something. Let's see. And I'm just setting this down very lightly. It's trying to get it. All right, it's going to be a little bit bigger border on the top there, but okay, we've got that. And now the question is, do you like just this, or is there a little something you want to tuck under, to be like a second layer within that? No, it's too big. I don't know if any of these are the right kind. Since they're having a little boy, I think maybe I don't even need this. Ooh, here's one nice little, it's actually a little big. I think sometimes you might like this if you can find the right piece. I'm not finding the right piece. So you know what? I'm going to leave it. I think it's going to be pretty enough with it being, popped up. And we have the inside. Oh, that's a really good idea, Kathy. Yeah, so Kathy's saying, put a little glue stick on your dimensionals, and it makes them slippery enough that you can move them around a little bit. So, good tip. Kathy always has such wonderful tips, and I appreciate you sharing them with us, Kathy. All right, let's go ahead and do this next one. And I'm going to glue all these things on here because I am going to pop up this card front as well. But I've got to have a couple of acrylic blocks here and get these. And I don't know if you have found it, but I like putting my blocks a little crooked on my stamps. I make sure that I know what it looks like straight, but it helps my hands to fit and to watch it being straight when I stamp. So just something you might want to try if you've not ever tried that yourself. Now this one, because of the size of this block, I will square it up. So it depends kind of what I've got going on with which acrylic block do I have laying here and how I want to do it. But both ways work. It's kind of like what your comfort, with the acrylic blocks in your hands feels like. Okay, so let's do our pumpkin pie. And I know that this stamp pad's a little drier, so let me just make sure I'm getting the ink here. That seems pretty light. Yeah, I'm not liking that light color. Let's see here. I have to set that aside and remember to re-ink that. I think I was going to do it last time and I didn't. It makes a difference. So, the contrast of that pretty peacock would look really pretty on here too. I think I'm going to go with that. All right, let's try that. Oh yeah, much better. Getting a little heavy on that V there. I always kind of look at it. Sometimes I lean too much to one side. I don't know if anybody else ever does that. But then, and a lot of times it's the first letter or the last letter that gets heavier than anything else. And then it looks funny, when you stamp it. Okay, let's get our circle here. And center this. Being awesome is just your thing. And then let's do this all day your way. All right, and this one I am going to put kind of in the center so I can either put the flowers next to it or on the bottom. Kind of gives me two choices of what I can do. Okay, we've got that. And get that out of the way. And I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. Oops. Okay, and then I want to pop this up. If you hear a little growling or talking, it is my bulldog, and it's her after lunch. I want to go out. So, Lila, it will be just a minute, please. Mm-hmm. I know. Okay, we've got that. Let's go ahead and put this in. Okay, I hear you. I think just a one flower on the top here is going to go well. Yeah, Betty, you've got that right. She wants to go right now. Oh, Barbara, sorry. I kept it a little too close to me there. All right, so we've got that center, and then I'm going to put this little sprig right next to the sentiment. Okay, we've got just a little glue on here. And I think that takes care of it. So we've got the two cards, just having a sentiment and, you know, using the parts and pieces and the colored cardstock. But there is designer series paper that if I just had white cardstock, I could do that as well. So, any questions? Yes, Kathy, she's being insistent. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. And if there's anything that I could do to help, or you are interested in ordering any of these things in the catalog from page 13 to 29, know that you would get the $50 free tutorial for that and an additional tutorial to because you have a $50 purchase and you'd qualify for both. And I'm really excited. I will see you on Monday. We'll be doing Paper Pumpkin Workshop together at 6 p.m. And then next Wednesday at 1, and then we're going to be to the holiday. So I look forward to seeing you then. Once again, I'm Tracy Rather from Plum Crazy Stamping, and it's my job to help make stamping easy for you. Have a wonderful day, friends. Take care. Bye-bye.